All right, so here we are with our pretty much finished build of our 96 Lexus LHS. I say pretty much because you see it's up on the ramp there. I just have the motor mount, or no, excuse me, not the motor mount. The gas tank strap is the one side I got to cut off here. And pretty much everything is done. I just finished spraying the spray foam. That's drying, and got to clean up a little bit of wires, just a couple of tape a little bit up front, just off to the side better, and then inside the car as well. But yeah, went with kind of a cool paint idea design we saw, my son and I, in an earlier derby. Came out pretty well. I mean, I stencil made it myself. I made out of construction paper kind of like a stencil to use, and you can see it there, but it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it for cheap spray paint and doing it myself. But kind of went with the army green. We still had that left over from our PT last year, which was a really good run, and I kind of like the color myself. So, and we also had about a half a gallon left. So there you go. But inside the motor, you can see not a ton of stuff, but from what it started at, if you saw the build video, again, those I'm pretty sure are, I think, the transmission. I'm not really sure. And by the way, it is super early in the morning, so I'm a little tired, and I think I just said a gallon of paint instead of a quart. But either way, we had more paint left over. But yeah, just the typical stuff I do with the air vent. Tying that up with some chicken wires, I call it. And then again, these guys, I took them off. They were both right on the kind of inside the fender well there, so I kind of brought them in as far as I could without detaching them, and then just sprayed some spray foam around them, make them as kind of secure as possible. Got my battery terminals again with the U-bolt spliced up. Here is, it's kind of tough to see. I don't have the best light. It's still dark outside, as I said. It's early in the morning here. But that is the coolant sensor. There's the original one, is still in the kind of thermostat there, and again, you do that so that way she doesn't shut your car down when she gets hot. I had that happen before. I just zip tie it to there. So that's pretty much it for the motor. Pretty straightforward. Just put some around the fuse box, some spray foam. Again, I'd like to move it inside, but I'm out of time. Kids had a bunch of games this week. I wasn't able to start in a car until this week because of we're doing construction at the house we just moved into. So over here, I'm about to paint my L10 and put lips on there. Don't even have that on there. Don't have my sign on yet. So all that will come in. I'll make one more kind of video once I have everything on here early in the morning. But yeah, inside, again, typical setup. I didn't take the whole dash out. Welded my 4-point cage. Pretty straightforward. Again, I got a little bit of just kind of tying up and taping a little bit better the wiring back here. Same thing with the doors. I'll pull the floor wires, kind of tough to see, but they're right there on both sides. Get them a little bit away from the wall, preferably up to the roll cage bar if I can, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to put it all the way up there. But just get them as far away from kind of danger so you're not cutting anything and making any shorts. But yeah, again, I got my battery and my setup there with the gas tank. Again, she's got a big trunk. I would like to notch it, but again, I'm out of time, so we'll see here if if she plows or not. And in here again, I asked if I was permitted to put just a little spray foam around, because if again you watch my build video, that I damaged whenever I was taking the tank out. The one fuel line coming out. It's not the main fuel line. That's this one here, but it was the one that I definitely needed. So I was able to kind of trim around the plastic piece, and just to make it kind of more stable, I wanted to put just a little bit of spray foam around it, because once that stuff gets hard, it ain't moving. So I made sure it wasn't leaking, it was secure. And again, you can see right there, again, it's not the best lighting, but there's my fuel lines coming in. Just a piece of rubber around the wires right where that kind of potentially or does rub the metal of the car there. Don't want that to wear through my fuel lines. Just make it a little bit more secure. Should be a good setup. And then the tank, again, in front of my tank rather, the battery, I just have like 2 pieces of angle iron. Again, it's kind of hard to see, but they're in there. So make one more final look to put at the end of this video of the complete car with everything, but we're coming in hot. This is our kind of pre-run look at our 96 Chrysler LHS. We'll see how we did. There you have it. And there is the finished project. Brought her to school. You can see the school buses in the background. I'm a school teacher. It's the last day of school. Good way to start summer, I say. Let's go.